I am so conflicted about this movie. So, the movie Him just came out. I saw it today. I actually got off work a little bit early, and literally there was a showtime that started directly the moment I got off the clock. So, I literally clocked out, walked into the theater, watched the movie. Worked out for me. And yeah, I gotta say, I'm disappointed with this movie. I didn't really have high expectation because I know a lot of people do with some of these movies where like they see Jordan Peele's name on it and they think he like wrote and directed it. Like, guys, don't let yourself be fooled to think that. I've done that before and I've seen some pretty atrocious movies. I saw The Card Counter, which I knew Scorsese didn't direct, but it was kind of advertised in a way where I was like, oh, Scorsese had a lot to do in this movie. No, he really didn't, and the movie wasn't good. Some people liked the movie, I guess, but I don't know. I didn't. So this movie is not written or directed by Jordan Peele. Just know that if you're watching this review, because a lot of people seem to not know that. This movie's an interesting movie because I don't feel like there's a lot of sports horror movies. Doesn't mean there isn't one like you can think of, but you know, this is probably the biggest one we've probably ever had. And this is so disappointing. So let me start with the positives, and let me start with what doesn't, and then we'll go into what doesn't work here. Channing Tatum's good in the movie. I don't know if he was the right person for the role, but he's good enough actor that sometimes he can still make it work. Marlon Wayans is fantastic. You know, he hasn't really done a lot of dramatic acting, but when he does, he's really good. And this movie is a really testament to his talent as an actor because he can really be funny and scary and kind of stuff like that. This is not a boring looking movie. Like, it's very, it's very interestingly directed. Interesting doesn't really necessarily mean good, but there's always interesting things that happen on camera, and kind of the idea of, and some of the ideas and messages in the movie are good, if not poorly put together, but they're good in principle. And so, yeah, that's a positive. Now let's get into the bad. The bad with this movie is that this is a movie that is style over substance, that thinks it's so much deeper than it is. The shit that it's saying about football and the NFL and stuff like that is not that deep and not that shit that we don't already know. It's a movie that's trying to act like it's expressing all these big ideas and trying to show them off like, wow, what amazing powerhouse thing. And yeah, it's not really. So, the direction of this movie, yeah, it's visually interesting, but it's also very style over substance. This movie's like an hour and a half, and you can feel that even that's too long because everything's just paper thin, and I was just waiting for the movie to end at so many points because I was just bored and not really connected to anything that happened in the movie other than some good performances, which is why you should see the movie if you're interested, at least a little. But if you're like, is this a good movie? Yeah, absolutely not. I will never watch this movie again. I don't, I'm not here to just trash on the filmmakers or things like that. I'm just here to be honest. Like, it's just not great. And, a movie like this could have been really special. I'm not really sure how I would have done it, but it tried and it didn't really work. So, yeah, Him. Can't wait for the prequel, She. And the sequel, He, Him. It's going to be great, guys. I'm sorry I had to make that joke. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.